Hypothetical scenario right now. You have one YouTube guitar teacher to give you lessons for the rest of your life. Who is it gonna be? Second time around, we're gonna go from the second fret of the A string using our middle finger. Excuse me. We're gonna go from these licks will make your bandmates say to you, where did you learn that? And how did you get so tasty? I think the way it goes for most beginner guitar players is they really get into music, you get in that headspace, the algorithm on YouTube picks that up and starts dishing you these channels that they think you'll enjoy. We got dubstep in here. Bite-sized blues, dude. Oh, bite-sized blues. So it seems the first lesson I've ever saved was by Ross Campbell. Oh my gosh, dude. Of course it's Hey Joe. Look at the comments. You look like Steve Harvey. Wait, Jimi Hendrix died and was reincarnated as John Frusciante. You know, a lot of people say that. You can't deny, though, the bedroom lick fueled at least 3 years of my guitar progression. I'm telling you. That's a good one.
Play the chord progression twice, and I want you to look out for any differences.
It's like something you'd see on the back of a cereal box. Like, can you spot the differences between these two photos? Oh, there's a difference. Hold up. Instead of just holding that C note, he goes... I'm catching on to you, Ross. That's another little trick I learned early on. As long as you have some finger strength, trills are pretty simple. And then I learned bar trills. And then with that came Voodoo Child by Jimi Hendrix.
Root, third, fifth.
Okay, I probably skipped out of the video at this point, just because theory makes me anxious. As long as I knew the key, I would just pretty much steal the licks and then hook up a C blues backing track on YouTube and just practice that lick over and over again. Oh, this is so Home Depot. Get your tractors and your lover down at the New Jersey Home Depot. I was playing for about 2 or 3 years when I decided to get guitar lessons officially. Bruce Gatewood was my guy. Waiting in the Car is a Magic Sam inspired jam. Totally got me into finger picking. It was like putting dog medicine in a piece of bread and then feeding it to the dog so the dog gets better. It was like that, but for finger picking. Paul David's, you knew it was coming. And you could kind of see how my watch later playlist, when I hit the guitar stuff, the content slowly gets more complicated. 2-second intro from Paul David saying, "Hi guys, here's a lick." Love that. Love that. So we're experiencing some overlaps here in the guitar learning content. It's to be expected, especially when you have guitar players in love with Jimi Hendrix. There's a lot of us out there. You're gonna get a lot of all that kind of stuff. Almost had that, man. You can bet your sweet bippy I was learning that one sophomore year of high school.
And I noticed that while writing down the tab, which is available at my Patreon page, by the way.
We'll have like a really simple or something like that, and then he'll just start doing Hot for Teacher by Eddie Van Halen. Because you're like, well, if I could play this lick, why can't I play this one? But let's see if it's deceivingly easy like he says. I don't think that's easy. I know so many guitar players who immediately go to the solo aspect of playing guitar, and when it comes to rhythm, they're not there yet. Could this be the root of the problem? One thing I love about Tomo's lessons is he really emphasizes the rhythm aspect of guitar playing. Do you know the SRV box? 3 levels. He starts the video with a looper pedal.
What?
It's great. There's a chord progression playing in the background. In Tomo's case, it's a 12-bar blues. I would have eaten this up as a kid.
Yeah. Box 3. sorry.
And like down the road, I would end up writing songs like does that ring a bell? Oh wow, okay. Ah. Alright, he's explaining the SRV box, so you could do here. Or you could do... That's freaking cool. And now he's going up to this box, man. I love this. He's queuing up the backing track again. Faith in guitar YouTube is restored, pretty much. C-A-G-E-D, the Cage system. No matter who was teaching it to me or how it was pitched, I just never understood the Cage system. What I'm gonna do now is bounce from instructor to instructor to see which can teach me the Cage system the best. Okay, Paul David's, $5, let's do it. And the only videos I could find here with a $5 membership is stuff that Paul David's already released on YouTube. C-A-K-G-E-D. Okay, so he's saying we can play a number of chords. What? I don't know who came up with the Cage system, but it really just infuriates me, man. That's a good tone, hold up. On to the next segment, I guess, okay. Like, I'm really putting my head down. C minor? I just learned a new chord. Am I bad, or is this just a good lesson? Even after all these years practicing, it's still not sticking. The Cage system is a bunch of BS. But how am I going to use that rhythmically, is the question. Marty, save me. Alright, we're going to do Marty Schwartz's Caged a System. Alrighty. I'm going to try one free lesson, and then I'm going to buy stuff from his website. How to play every C chord. Do I know every C chord? Wait, let me see. Hold on. Here's one. Here's one. Here's one. 1-4. Just go to the C, then to the F.
Then you would actually, it'd be pretty weird, but you'd have to play it like this.
In the headspace of a beginner, I'm thinking, why would I be putting my finger on the nut? And what is a nut?
That's going to come in later, but right now we're playing this.
That's enough of that. Time to buy the $40 Cage system by Marty Schwartz. Oh, this is vintage Marty. Okay, let's call myself Marty Schwartz. Like the video, that's free on his YouTube channel. Marty opens up everything with a nice jam in the key of C. Wouldn't you know it, it's C to F, aka 1-4. Just like the last one. Added benefit of a new chord shape. I like that chord. That was a cool little chord to learn. What I don't like about the Cage system, and you know, the lesson's pretty basic so far. It's advertised as like this secret to opening your mind as a guitar player. Just listen to music and play out and you'll open your mind that way, and it's a lot more fun. First video was just under 2 minutes. This one's 10 minutes and 20 seconds. Okay, just like every other free lesson we tried on the Cage system, we're starting with an open C chord. How lovely. On the free lesson, he goes, okay, with the C chord, so shows off a C chord. We got the 2 C notes here, and then we got the open G, and then the open E.
Now remember, there's an open G in that chord and an open high E.
In Marty's defense, that's a perfect explanation as to how to play a C chord, but it's the same thing. It's the same fucking thing. So he's explaining how if you have a C chord here, you take the root note of the C, and you move it up a whole step, it's a D. But let's see if he says that in the free lesson.
That's the C note on the A string 3rd fret. The A shape, A, whole step to B, half step to C.
Wow, okay. So I'll leave you with this. In the free lesson, so we go from C here, right? And then we take an A chord, move it a whole step and 1/2 step up to match that C chord, but you have to bar. And then, oh my gosh, it's a C chord, right? In the paid lesson video, Marty says, this is a C chord, right? Move it up a whole step, and you got a D chord. But you got a bar to make it sound acceptable. Then he goes up here with a chord shape that he doesn't use too often. He takes the C chord here, and he says he doesn't use that chord very often. It's the same content, just spit up into a different color, I guess. This is a science experiment. I want to make sure that if you decide to buy from Marty Schwartz, like one of his paid lessons, you're getting your money's worth. Chapter 2 is the same thing he has on YouTube. How about Chapter 3? Let's give it a shot, shall we? Like, no hate to Marty. I mean, he's YouTube royalty. You gotta realize these online lessons are a little bit of a sham if you haven't caught on by now. There's almost a guaranteed chance concepts are gonna start to overlap, and then eventually you'll pay for a lesson, but in reality, with some digging, you'll be able to find that exact same lesson from a different creator for free on YouTube.
Now remember, there's an open G in that chord and an open high E.
Two open strings happening at the same time. Your first string and your third string are open. So if you pull the shape forward towards you, those get left behind.
We have to bar across.
Supporting the creator is a whole different animal, and I totally support that whole thought process. Guitar Lessons 365. His style of teaching never resonated with me as a youngin'. I think it's because he was a little bit more advanced for me at the time, and his teaching style came off as a little insincere. His name's Carl. What the hell? That's awesome.
From rock to metal to blues and more, at all ability levels, we have you covered.
Okay, I just paid nothing for a free trial of Carl Jacobs. Nope. I wanted to note that this website looks a lot like Tyler Larson's Guitar Super System. I don't know whose came first. Different music genres and how to play them, and then you go to everything about sound, and eventually some lessons are acoustic, strumming, demystify. Oh, okay, never mind. For this first lesson about strumming, he's telling me that when you strum, your right hand should be making an oval shape the whole time. Does my right hand do that? I don't think it makes an oval shape. If you're doing like a Stevie Ray Vaughan shuffle, I think that oval circle shape really comes in handy. But what happens when you go to songs like All Along the Watchtower? That just doesn't work, dude. Everything I'm paying for in this course is easily findable on YouTube. At least for the guitar maintenance stuff, it's about like fretboard conditioning, restringing a guitar correctly. I think Fender has a video on that for free, just on their YouTube page. I get some questions from time to time about my Hendrix rhythm technique. Like, how did I learn how to play Hendrix so well? And I'm a little bit disappointed because not a lot of people on Instagram listed Brett Papa at all. This guy was my go-to. He was my goat. Millstap, if you know him. Brett Papa, Bite-Sized Blues. That freaking amp. That amp with like the widow's peak. So satisfying. I always wanted one as a kid. I definitely learned how to play Red House from this guy. Yes! Oh my gosh! Oh.
And see if I can play it right without blowing it. It's hard to do because Hendrix is the man.
Yeah, bro, this is tailor-made for a 16-year-old guitar player, 15 maybe. We're gonna shake those strings like a drunken sailor. That's what he's gonna say, right?
Shake those strings so you're sounding like a drunken sailor.
Yeah, as you can tell, Brett Papa's lessons have stuck with me, just sitting rent-free in my head. It's kind of crazy that I could just go back to these videos and know how to play the demonstrated licks within a couple of seconds. Young me would have never seen that coming.